Hey y'all, it's me, Nikki P, in a place to be. We on this couch today. We on this couch. We finna talk about some things. We finna break some generational curses today. Okay? Sometimes you gonna have to get on the couch. Y'all know what I mean. Sometimes, you gonna have to get this thing out. Sometimes it be some stuff going on in your life that you ain't worked on in years. Matter of fact, all your life you ain't worked on it. And we gonna talk about this love thing. I'm on the couch, y'all. Why is it so hard to say I love you? Why is it so hard to show it? Okay, let's talk about it. On a parent's point of view and in relationships, we have to be able to tell a person we love them, okay? Because a person needs it. So let's talk about it. I'm on the couch, y'all. Oh my God. You got to be your own therapist sometimes. You got to get in your own tail. Now let's get into it. I'm getting in my tail today. Now, everybody needs to be loved, okay? Everybody needs to be loved. And it starts when you're a child, okay? When you're a child, it's something about when you get hurt, you can run to mom, and mom hug on you and stuff like that, and brush off your little boo-boo and tell you it's okay, okay? And that's where it is. You need that. As a child needs to know that they're loved, and they have to hear it. Okay, I am a person that didn't get that as a child. I didn't get no love. I love you. I didn't get that. And so with me not getting it, and it wasn't never said to me, it was hard for me to say. Okay, I love my children, but it was hard for me to say. You're going to have to break that curse, okay? Because if your mama didn't give you no love, you got to remember how it made you feel. If your daddy didn't give you no love, you got to remember how it made you feel. And don't do it to your children. And see, that was one of the things I had to fight with in me. I loved my children, but I didn't know how to say it. And I had to get some help. I had to get on somebody else's couch and talk to them about it. Did that help? A little. Okay? But you're going to have to do the work yourself. You're going to make yourself break those generational curses, okay? I really wanted to hug and love on my kids all the time. But every time they went in for one, cringe. Okay, just something in me was breaking. And it was hurting me in my heart. I did it anyway. I joked around. Get your little video stuff on out of there. Go on. And it was doing something to me. That's something going on in my mind and in my heart. That means I didn't deal with some stuff in my life. Okay? So you're going to have to figure out what it is and deal with it. I wanted to love on my children more. I know, but most of the time we so busy, ripping and running, working, taking care of stuff, and we forgetting about the thing that makes the big difference is loving on them children, hugging on them children, kissing on them children, telling them that they're going to be okay, and protecting them children. They did not ask to be here. So we as parents have to take care of these children and love on them. Because if you don't love on them, guess what? Somebody else will. Somebody will come into their life and start hugging and loving on them. And then you be wondering why they're acting different towards you. Because they getting that love somewhere else. And you don't want it to be from some man. Okay? Some woman that loved on your son so much where he would do anything for her. Okay? Some man that loved on your child, your daughter. And now she doing all kind of crazy stuff for him. Because he loving on her. She think it's love. Okay? He done told her she pretty. We have to let them know up front all the time that they doing a doggone thing, that they looking good. And you got to help them to look good. Don't send your kids out looking no any old kind of way. You putting them out there to face this mean and cruel world. Okay? And when they go to school, they got to deal with, if you sit them out in their head looking a hot mess, they got to deal with that from the bullies and all these other mean little kids that's been going through too. And hurt people. So if they been getting hurt at home, been treated all type of way, now they gonna come and treat your child like that. Because hurt people. Same way with you. Your parents hurt you, now you hurting your children. break the cycle. We have to break these cycles, okay? Love on these children. I did not do a good job in loving on my kids the way they should have been loved on. Yes, I protected them. I did the best I could. I provided for them. Oh, I got them everything that they needed and everything else, and most of the things they wanted. So, I made sure they had a nice home to live in and everything. They had all kinds of stuff. But what they needed was some more love. And I was too busy in these streets working. I wasn't partying like a rock star all the time, but I was definitely in these streets, okay? Yes, you bring these kids in the world, and yeah, we always want to throw out, and they didn't come with no instruction. They didn't. But what we got to do was start showing love to them and making sure they love. And you're going to have to still provide for them and make sure they living right. Kids coming, they stinking, that's on you. Holes in their clothes, that's on you, okay? Hair nappy, you. Okay? You have to take care of these kids because you don't know what you sending them kids out there to deal with. And then soon as some old pervert come along and show them a wonderful time, give them something. The man walked up to me and he was talking all lovey-dovey to me, gave me some new shoes, and I thought I had it all. Back in the day with some felines. Okay, I thought I had myself something. I thought I was everything. And they know what to do to get your child. Gave me some felines. I thought I was the stuff. Started buying me perfume and stuff like that. I'm 14. Okay, 14. Start buying me things. Start buying me all types of gifts. It wasn't for free. It came with a price. Okay? And so I'm here to tell you that it's some people out here that will love on your kid. And it ain't even true love, but they don't know what love is. So they're going to fall for the wolves. Okay? They're going to fall for it. Okay? I was out here young and dumb. Out here just thinking I was grown. Because I met some grown man that came into my life and started wooing me at 14. Okay, and I thought he loved me. That wasn't no love. Guess what? Once they get your babies, because you didn't train them up the way they supposed to be, you didn't tell them what they supposed to be doing and how they supposed to carry themselves, how to clean themselves, how to, love on themselves, they going to allow the devil to sneak in. And guess what? At 14, I'm getting beaten, treated wrong, done out, just treated all kinds of ways. Because I'm young and dumb. Don't let your kids be out here being no fool. Okay, we got to love on these babies. Okay, love on these children. And then they grow up and they have children. Okay? They grow up and they have children. Okay? They start having sex early and everything else. And next thing you know, their whole life is gone. Because they trying to get some love. Okay? And this man that came with the wrong love and now they pregnant. Okay, y'all got to know now. Anytime you lay down and do the Humpty dance, I don't care if you got on protection, you can still get pregnant. That means your life is over. I'm not saying you finna die, but I'm just saying, kiss all that party and goodbye if you finna be a good mother. Kiss all that going out, kicking it with the girls and the guys. It's over if you're gonna be a good parent. But if you gonna run these streets and still party and turn up, you gonna do all that and you got a child, you foul. And you out of pocket. Because that baby is looking at you. She's looking at you and she's seeing all the stuff you doing. You turning up, dancing, doing all that nasty stuff in front of your kids, they gonna do it too. Okay? What are you teaching them? They got a little sponge for a brain. And they seeing everything. So then you talking all reckless and talking all crazy. They looking. And they looking. And next you know, they go to preschool. And they telling somebody else. They all talking stuff like that. Like, like they tough. And they all fast and stuff like that. Already. They shaking their little booty. And guess what? Some pervert looking. Okay? Some pervert is looking, okay? and they gonna get your baby, okay? So you gotta teach them right. You can't be having them around all that crazy stuff. You partying and acting a fool in front of them kids. You can't do that. You're gonna have to love on them kids and keep all that crap away from, keep them as innocent as long as possible. Because I'm letting you know, once they get to school, people gonna be teaching them some stuff. And they gonna be excited about it. Okay? Especially if they ain't getting no love at home. But if you loved on them at home and told them how to take care of themselves and respect themselves, okay, they got a fighting chance out here. And they could tell somebody else to come to them and say, hey, baby, you better get on. Because I'm letting you know, if you want to go off to college, you want to have a good career, you want to build businesses and stuff like that, you need to get all your fun out the way first. Okay, all that stuff out the way while you young and building your empire first, then work on a family. Because them kids need you. They don't need the babysitter. They don't need G-Ma, grandma. They need you. You laid down and had them, okay? Wait until you get your life together. When you can afford the kids, okay? When you got a house. You over still at mama's house. When you got a house and take care of your kids, okay? You can't run nothing in somebody else's house. How you gonna try to get tough with your kids and tell them how they supposed to mind you and do all this stuff, and you disrespecting your mom? The curse has to be broken. We have to break all these curses that we have. We have to love on each other. The word love is action, okay? I wish I had time, but I was so busy working. And that comes with the man that you connect yourself with. If the man you connecting yourself with won't allow you to be the mother that you are, you got a problem, okay? That's the problem. We have to be the woman, the man. We got to be everything in the family, in life, you know. So we working so hard, we ain't got time to be at home with the kid. Somebody got to help these kids with this homework. So we won't be raising no dummies. So they won't be sneaking people in while you at work. Okay, yes, we got to work. But we have to have time for these babies, okay? We can't be so woe out and toe up, sleepy, tired, because we working 2 and 3 jobs. We need somebody that's going to come in and help us out. Okay, like I said in a video before, ain't no sense of having no man if you got an empty refrigerator, empty cabinets, empty pockets, and the full hoo-ha. The hoo-ha don't work. It ain't all about the money and stuff. It ain't, but it's still, we need help so we can raise these children right. Okay? You wonder why your child on drugs and stuff like they trying to numb stuff. Okay? They got this peer pressure out there. Don't throw your kids out there and let the streets teach them. No. You start teaching them at home. Talk to them about some stuff that they need to know about. They need to know about love. I mean, I just wish that I could have talked to mine. You know, well, I did talk to them. I told them all kinds of stuff. But I didn't hug on them and kiss on them like I wanted to. And they just didn't know it. That I wanted to so bad. But it hurted me because I never got it from my mom. You know, I just never did get that. Oh, you better not go on now. That's because she went through some stuff. Her trauma, stuff she went through with her mom. Okay? It's generational curses. And you got to break it and it got to stop. Okay? So I'm going to shut up about this thing and I'm going to get off of here. And I want you all to know that I love you all. And I wish I could fix what I broke in my kids. But I want them to know that I love them. I love them with all my heart. Okay? So, until next time, love on these babies and stop showing them all this crazy stuff and show them love and how they should be and train them up the way they supposed to be. Train them up in Christ and then train them up in the way they supposed to be. All right? As young ladies. All right, until next time, party people, I'm going to get off here because you can't have this video too long. You know they'll cut it off. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.